Decay! New life! Stay back!
Suffer the wrath of Eastleigh! Fulfill our pact! Let's dance!
Warrior sweeping in! Thunder! On me!
East Laline! East Papa! Get him!
King! New life! Thunder!
You two! Time to end them! Show no...
Story has only just begun!
I'll protect
Away from me! Warrior sweeping in!
East Laline! East Papa! Get him! Get Get to work!
Everlasting as the moon. Overruled.
Start the clock! Faster, stronger! One fell swoop! Hero incoming! Headbutt! Charge!
Controlled breathing.
On my mark!
This is where you fall.
Suffer the wrath of Eastleigh!
Transfixed.
Ultimate Flying Kick! Hero incoming! Stop! Let's move! Faster, stronger! On my mark! He's lolling! He's Papa! Get him! Show no mercy!
Witness my rise. Laid bare.
You ought to stand down! Justice o'clock! Headbutt! Heads up! Height! Smash down! Flunk first! Harder! Fulfill our pact! Let's move! Oof! Heads up! Height!
Controlled breathing.
Full speed ahead!
Overruled.
You two! Time to end them! Show no mercy!
Everlasting as the moon.
Start the clock! Yeah! Yeah. Think you can get away?
Witness my rise.
Target o'clock. Light compels you.
Lofty wisdom will show us the way!
Be gone, shadow of darkness.
Time for takeoff!
This is where you fall.
Without further ado, divine light, shield them!
Light compels you.
Here we go!
Transfixed. Witness my rise. Everlasting as the moon. Go on.
Be gone, shadow of darkness! You got this!
Think you can get away?
Overruled.
Lofty wisdom will show us the way!
Witness my rise. Transfixed.
Light compels you!
The sky's blue, the glaze moon shine! Get to work! Suffer the wrath of East!
Shine down. Torn to oblivion. There is no escape.
Witness the power of Gua. Into the void! Sword!
Now you shall perish. Illusion shattered.
You two! Time to end them! Rain Cutter! Rain outlines your fate. Know my sword!
Night.
Suffer the wrath of Eastly!
Inazuma shines eternal. There is no escape.
Witness the power of Gua. Extinguish! You two! Time to end them! Show no mercy! Let me read you a verse. Time for takeoff. You asked for it!
Not too far now. Time to say hello.
Take me up! Open fire! Locked on! Locked on!
Knock him down. Think you can get away? Here we go.
Be free. Go. You're free now.
Hold on to your hats.
Bullseye! Open fire! Locked on! Open fire!
Time to say hello.
Yahoo!
Drop your weapons! Open fire! Knock them down. Take me up! Bullseye! Locked on! Open fire! Justice will prevail! Final warning!
Time for takeoff.
Tell me what you see. Farewell.
Let's fly. Think you can get away?
Everlasting as the moon!
Go claw!
The night cometh. Be silent.
Ready?
Witness my rise!
Let's play! Ding dong, water bomb!
Close your eyes. Be silent.
Time for takeoff. Think you can get away?
This is where
Overruled. Here we go. Look, your rainbow!
The long sleep beckons. Close your eyes. Be silent. Are you quite finished?
Let's play! Yeah. Time for takeoff. Wouldn't gliding be fast? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
See you at the graveyard.
everlasting as the moon!
Ding dong, water bomb!
Overruled!
can get away. Brace yourselves.
Oh my, it looks like Hertha has gone back to her duties. And wonderful. Now I can order without worrying about ending up with one of the logistics. That's right, I'm just a carefree librarian now. If only there weren't so many people with overdue books. And let me think. I don't. And if it could help me nod off to sleep late.
Here's a snow-kissed dawn. I hope you like it.
It's delicious, cutie. Pleasantly tart, sweet, but not cloying, smooth on the palate. With a if anything, though, I seem to be feeling a little more energetic than I'd like. Perhaps you've unwittingly unraveled Glenfiddia's secret. Don't worry, there's no rush. Let's chat for a while. Since you're asking, there's a chef, fresh out of training in Fontaine, who's recently taken up a position. Apparently, she plans to use dessert-making techniques to improve Indeed. And judging by the result, caramel sauce is such a fantastic improving food, I suppose. Oh, this? That was for a large contingent of the expert. Jean asked me to visit some of their families. Well, they've all devoted based on what I gathered, the most requested ingredient. In their letters, many of them mention that they rely on cocoa to... Surely you're not suggesting I'd take my investigations into On my way back, I ran into Emmetall out on patrol. She'd encountered. I accompanied her on a detour to Wolvendam to teach some raving hounds a lesson. Lately? So careful with your wording, cutie. Is that because you think that I, too, might have changed since we last met? Not bad at all. Back in my student days, I might have been drawn to To paraphrase a certain Leo-Ed legal expert, I'm sure you remember, a few years ago, when we were adventuring together, well, my tastes... As expected, cutie, your brilliant mind has grown even sharper. Just a few...
Finished. A new creation, custom made for you. This should help you fall asleep quickly and guarantee you peaceful dreams. It's called a slumbering rose.
From the colors to the choice of glass, everything based purely on appearance. It's it's like savoring an exquisite dessert, but I no longer feel drained of energy. But I'm actually starting to feel a little so good, in fact, that I feel like writing an article to extol the virtues of the... Speaking of lakeside strolls, why don't you join me next time there's a clear... Any walk would be more relaxing with you to talk. Then, when we get back, you could fix... And I'll make just as sure when the time comes, I won't accept...
Ad Astra. Thank you for completing.
Haven't you heard? There's a strong
Good afternoon, traveler. I didn't expect the honor of witnessing you both, actually. A lady calling herself a mage asked me to come manage her flower shop. At about the same time, the cat's ending today's busy schedule with a drink crafted by you in person is truly a wonderful reward. I have faith in your choice.
Care to give this a try, Miss Emily?
Your artistry is truly... This tastes like a local variant of a Lumiduce Twilight. Am I right? The gentle and elegant taste, with its distinct layers combined with a hint of Mondstadt's characteristic scent, though in reality, there's no need for you to be so conservative. I have quite a high tolerance for flavors that stray outside the boundaries of conventional wisdom. Your drink was nice. If you need time to mull... It really is. In such conditions, when scents are blended well, they naturally combine with the ambient It seems something similar when mixed properly. All the ingredients work as... Yes, that's it! They're part of my reward from the flower shop owner. Important ingredients for I studied Mondstadt's. However, this is a special case. The various parts of the windwheel aster plant can be ground into a powder to extract their essences. I just took it for a little trial run at the cat's tail, and the cats seemed to really like it, extracting exquisite fragrances. Oh, thank you for asking. It's when I first got here. To my surprise, my trial fragrance, which used, let's just say that sweetness, even in daily life. In the end, Usually, after work, my friends from the maze, if it's before a holiday and my friends are in high spirit, there was an officer named Terena who used to treat me to age. In the world of science, high-proof alcohol is a what? Besides, when I'm slightly tipsy, so I don't mind drinks with just a little bit of... Just perhaps you possess a
go. A new and improved Emily and...
The colors are cooler. Are these bright specks on the surface? I'm sure it must taste wonderful. Let me try. Your cocktail not only therefore, ice the winds and clouds of Mondstadt. Really? Now it's time to slowly savor. Thank you so much. This is the most memorable cocktail. Once I get back to Fontaine, I will attempt to recreate this moment as both a fragrant once I perfected. Until then,
So you're looking after the drink stand now. I've got to say, I'm getting curious. I wonder what kinds of drinks you can mix with... I don't have much of a choice. As the captain of the reconnaissance, so I've been intensifying my training. Being a descendant of sinners means I have to work hard. Anyway, on top of all that, the General Affairs Company has invited... Since I'm one of the captains with the highest attendance rate, I have to prepare thoroughly to make sure I'm a serious match for the champion. Oh, I sure could. Anything that'll perk me up would...
One twinkling starlight for Captain Eula. Hope you like it.
Judging by your confident tone, I'm certain I will. Huh. Sweet and tingly. I suddenly feel full of vim and vigor. But just one glass doesn't quite scratch the itch. How about something with a bit more bite? Don't hold back. You don't need to worry about putting... Works for me. The first company hasn't assigned me any paperwork for tonight, so... That's right. The merchant I got it from called it Oh, it's a necessary courtesy. In that book Miss Magistus lent me, after a duel, a Fontanian swordsman will politely invite to properly play host to Miss Clorand. I had my doubts at first too, but Amber said something that makes a lot of sense. She said that even if this custom doesn't really exist, besides, who doesn't like trying new things, right? I'll treat Miss Cloran to this juice at our post-training banquet. Yes, I have. For a while, to make matters worse, leading them on this mission was quite eventful. It took 3 weeks of stealth operations in the snow. With those veteran knights faced the bitter cold and were almost taken down by the enemy's... Me? I'm completely fine. It was mentally tiring for sure. But fortunately, the operation wore them down far more. If any new recruits try to make my life difficult, I'll just have my veterans give them a few friendly points. If you want to know what I've been eating recently, they launched a diet improvement initiative. In the past, we only had dry rations. Now we just need to bring our standard field rations. You did say, the problem is, the vice captain of the 5th company, who, in any case, after eating it for a week, you can hardly blame the logistics company. Of course, having fresh meals prepared in camp by a dedicated company chef. Oh my. To be honest, Miss Cloran's combat style comes from the mysterious Marechaussee hunters. In the library, there are some old Fontanian news. A more recent newspaper claimed that Miss Cloran was an orphan from an underwater kingdom, and that before battle she would perform rituals inviting spirits to possess. Assuming these rumors are true, or that Miss Cloran's abilities might even be incorporating elements of. I sure could do with an energy boost, but. That definitely... That's right. You really know your stuff. I doubt there's anyone... There's no need to make it sound so fancy. In recent years, Firewater's gained popularity. You really are good. Why don't we try... As for the alcohol content... Brilliant! I'm looking forward to seeing...
Here's your all-new Seafoam Sword Song, mixed to meet your personal preferences.
Oh my, what beautiful colors. And you even added my... The aroma is perfect, and I can smell the alcohol. Give me a moment to come up with the right words. I know it's unbecoming of a lady, but I'm sorry. Can you mix me another? Oh, no, what was I going to say? I've completely lost my train of thought. Whatever. I feel fantastic. This cocktail. Oh, it's the best I've ever had. I think I'm gonna head home and get some sleep. Don't worry about me. This is... By the time I've gone a few rounds with that, Miss Chlorinde, and... Jean... I won't be forgetting this injustice in a hurry. You... mark my words.
Suspicion confirmed. While patrolling the area, I was sure I'd sensed a familiar presence. If Miss Charlotte were to see you like this, I'm guessing she'd take a sword-wielding traveler's secret... You'd make the front pages of every major newspaper, and there'd be crowds of fun. Luckily for you, I turned down Miss Charlotte's and on that note, that look on your face tells me you calm and effortless.
Your caramel blaze is ready.
Huh. It sure lives up to its name. The color reminds me of a raging fire, while that aroma... I'm all right. I just need a little time to get... As I recall, The last time I drank alcohol was at a wine tasting event that Navia invited me to last year. I only had from a purely rational perspective. But when Miss Farina saw me off at the docks, she mentioned that Mondstadt is, in fact, according to my intelligence, the captain of the reconnaissance company. Her publicly available battle reports are truly a sight to behold. Out of the utmost respect for her skills, I feel compelled to deepen my knowledge of I truly appreciate all the trouble you're going. Huh? Does that mean once I return to Fontaine? I'm not sure I'd say. On my way to Mondstadt, we happened to take the same boat. Naturally, we got to chatting. I've often heard Sijuin praise her work. She's gentle and composed, yet keeps others at a distance. Oh, thank you, but there's really no need to set anything up. Best to just let... Since I eat a lot of meat, the slight acidity of after the swordsmanship exchange, the nights I had 8 different meat dishes. And of course, there was still room for improvement. I've certainly tried all the red meat dishes. I think I've had enough calories. To be honest, I can still taste the... I've seen a little. I took a stroll around the city. Navia's done some rather extensive research on this place. Many of the scenes and illustrations for the tabletop troupe were inspired by views of Mondstadt. However, the way she describes the atmosphere in her world building is quite Perhaps because I've mostly just recently. The newer weapons and armor produced in Mondstadt have, while this has slightly reduced their overall toughness, perhaps it's because that scent gave me such a positive first impression. Over time, the faint fragrance becomes overly sweet. Of course, there is a solution to this problem. The next time you find yourself in Fontaine, there's if you also dislike being bombarded with sweet... Indeed it is. The knights codenamed Hazelnut 3 and Hazelnut 5, they told me the design has only just been finalized. You're not wrong. I guess it's similar to how I can't remember, but I'm certain you'll get to know them in time. After handling my affairs, they headed to the tavern for a gathering, saying they were drinking barrels of beer the night before. So what you're saying is, while Mondstadters may seem carefree, are you already based on my so when the time comes, I think you'd be... All right, even if it's still a bit strong.
All right, this new creation is called Leisure Time Lightning. A cocktail made exclusively for champion duelists. Enjoy!
Have you added fruit wine? It tastes wonderful. There's a subtle saltiness that combines well with the color of the wine also fits well with the name. But where does the leisure time? I see. That certainly its unique aroma and taste. Do you think, if the chance were to present itself, mostly for Navia and Miss Farinas? I understand. I won't try to strike thanks to you, whether I'm facing the powerful captain of the
Huh? Is that Miss Honorary Knight? Auntie Eula told Clee. Seeing you here, Miss Honorary Knight, you mean this stand? Well, out of all the drink stands, and no matter what drinks Miss Honorary Knight. Oh, you want me to be? Let me think. I know. I'll pretend whenever Albedo reviews Timaeus' work, his Get ready for these past few days. I've been up so. Clee wants to order. Your Fairweather Frolic is here. Wow! So, a Fairweather Frolic is this color? Purple sky. Is it supposed to be a bright? Clee will take a sip first. Finished. Yummy! Both sweet and sour. If Clee drank this while eating grilled fish, I could definitely go. But one drink isn't enough. Clee wants to try a drink that tastes like cake. Clee doesn't know what drink to choose. Why don't we decide together? Three square meals? Adventuring takes a lot of energy, and if Albedo used to prepare all Clee's. When Albedo's busy at Dragonspine, Kaya's camp is usually the neatest. While Amber's, when my mom comes back, there'll be even more yummy food. Her Chocogo crunchy slices are fantastic too. It's her. Whenever I eat them, I feel. Yeah, when Klee gets back, Klee used to eat cake after. So, Mom got some advice from nuts don't have much flavor. Yeah, Mom gave me an amazing book recently. That book taught Klee how to make something called propellant. Now, Jumping Dumpty can go. It's not hard at all. In fact, it's a lot like bedtime's an important part of Klee's. She has a lamp made of gemstones, and when she when something happens in the sometimes Mom falls asleep before. As soon as Klee learns how to use the lamp, I can come. Klee has memorized so much. This stuff? Mom taught me how to make a dash of sugar. Then I'll put everything together on the... Klee can give you some Dodoko can. That way, you could make your own can. If you get stuck, remember to come ask Klee. Oh, yeah! Klee still wants... Oh, right! That friend of Mom's who's always wearing glasses? Klee ate a whole bunch of those. So, if Klee really has to... Yeah, that one Klee's looking forward to... Ta-da! It's done! I just know... Wow! There's Dodoko Cat! There's so much orange in this cup! And Dodoko looks like he's lying on top of white fluffy clouds! And the weather inside looks much better, too. Yummy! It's so delicious! Klee has to drink slowly. Miss Honorary Knight, this is amazing! And Klee was so tired from playing. You're the best, Miss Honorary Knight. Really? Let me think. When Dodoko sings, Klee wants to sing too. So, thank you. And thanks for Klee's gonna go tell Mom that the best drink in Mondstadt right now is Dodogo's Duet. Klee's gonna write down Mom's intent, then you should learn magic too, so you can... See you next time!
So Hertha's even roped our honor. Now that I'm finally free to relax, it's time. Can't wait to see your skills in action. Of course they don't. A drink that packs a punch. The most suitable choice on this menu. It's not enough to know the recipe, though. That's the spirit.
Grandmaster, I hereby present you with this thorny lake for your enjoyment.
Well, the color and aroma. Not bad. You haven't overdone or skipped on any single ingredient. Though, unfortunately, it's a little too, perhaps I should have said modest. You followed the formula too. Were you worried that deviating just a little might disappoint me? Hey, we fought side by side. That said, if you ask me, you can ditch the nerves, mull it over. There's no rush. We can chat while... Pretty awesome, huh? It's like a hammerhead that you can fill with wine. It was a gift. Hoffman came up with the idea. Charles, they've been waiting to have a good drink with me. And I'm the Grand Master, after all. So it's only fair to my subordinates that I drink a teensy bit more per round. Of course, some of them have been training, as take Hazelnut 3 and Hazelnut 5, for example. Both were skilled warriors who helped me deal. At today's after-work cooldown, they insisted on trying to keep pace. I've already told Jean that I won't be approving their leave request for tomorrow. It's a treasured place that the Knights of Favonius have maintained for years. I heard that while the expedition was underway, sometimes I look through the photos I've been given from those events. My conclusion is that Mondstadt needs to do more. I like your style. Speaking of this garden, it brings back memories of something that happened many years ago when I was young. I like to find ruined guards to test my fighting skills, both armed and unarmed. Once, I failed to take down a stray missile, and then as punishment, I had to run 50 laps around the city, repair. Indeed, among the misadventures, he took 2 bottles of 100-year-old wine. It was so hot that day, I could swear I was about to pass out. On a whim, I picked. After Crepus tried it too, he was full of praise. His customers loved it. Several summers passed. Yes, Faru retired years ago. He's a stubborn one. When I get the chance, I'll have Kaya show him the Well, let me think. I guess you could say it lacks, sometimes, deliberately creating late. In this regard, too, you've taken quite a tentative approach. What? You catch on quickly. If I were in charge of organizing events, for example, we could go all in on this drink stand and open it to the whole city. It's only a thought. If I were to actually throw a grand banquet while in Nodcry, we had a rule that knights must never get drunk while at their post. Exactly. As expedition members return to their companies, my hope is that this rule will gradually, just like firewater and Smedina. These Nodcry delicacies have made their way into Mondstadt. Young people need to learn restraint. At the end of the day, no one should be biting off more than them. Unless it's someone near my level, they shouldn't even be thinking about enjoying a life. You should come practice with... Huh? Whatever you're about to do, I've got a...
Here you go, Grandmaster. A cocktail just for you.
Such a spirited drink. Perfection. It's clear that once you let go of your inhibitions, you're... That first hint of mint is like a cooling feint that by the time the sweetness dissipates, the firewater is already slipped in behind your guard, ready to deliver a powerful strike of intense flavor. Oh, that's the most ingenious part. Firewater's greatest flaw. It's hard to imagine something this good was created by Iron Wolf. Oh, I have an idea. No time to waste. I'll go have a word with Glenfiddia right away.
there, traveler. All wrapped up for Paimon here. You did a great job holding down the fort while she was out delivering drinks with Glymphidia.
Whatever the reason, considering how short a time she's been doing.
I fully support your decision, Grandmaster. The drink stand will remain open for a little while longer.
Hooray! Everyone in the Knights of Favonius.
Nothing short of what I'd expect from a true disciple of Hertha.
Also, if I may, Honorary Knight, regarding the special cocktails you've developed.
Paimon feels like there's something you still based on your personality. That way, customers will know who inspired you to create these amazing drinks.
No problem at all. If you need, I can even have someone draft the paperwork on your behalf to secure you the right.
I hope when we recruit some new bartenders, they'll be able, even if they can't quite match your work.